What's up YouTube, and welcome back to another session with me. I'm doing something a little bit different today, so I'm not getting straight to training. First I've stopped past Enterprise Fitness. I'm here with Mark Arbitrary. Did I say it right? October. There's an accent to that. And he's going to be doing my body fat test. It's my second time here, so we're going to see what's going on. And I was hoping that you could tell us a little bit about it for those of you who don't know what it is.
Sure. Well, the Biosignature is a 12-site body fat test, originally developed by the late great Charles Poliquin. It does correlate to what's happening hormonally, although we don't rely on it as a hormone test. We obviously look at blood work and obviously pristine and naturopathy as the blood work side of things. But it's a great test because it is skin folds, and we find it highly accurate, especially for people who are high-level athletes, competitors, rather than just relying on weight. It tells us a lot about body composition, which is really the aim of the game.
Yeah, which is really, really good, because a lot of us women get on the scales and rely on weight for our progress, and it can really mess with your head. So I like to go a little bit further than that and see what's really going on, and that's why I'm here, and I'm really wanting to show you guys the other side of what I do, because it's not just a matter of like eat, sleep, repeat. You know, there's so much more that goes into it when it comes to our health. So you can dig a little bit further, and if you're interested in finding out more about this, I'll be dropping the links below.
Yeah, it's not huge. However, through the umbilical, which you were a bit like, again, you lost another point. So you went from 9.4 to 8.4. This is usually like stress management stuff, you're taking the right supplements.
So we just went through the results with Mark, doing the BioSig, and when I got on the scales this morning, I'm not going to lie, I freaked out because I've been doing the dieting with them for 2 weeks and I gained on the scales, and it really played with me mentally. But to come here and look at the results, it says that the body fat's come down, so it really goes to show, ladies, don't listen to the scales, go by the way that your clothes fit and how you feel, and even in the mirror, take photos. That is such a better way to be looking at your progress than looking at the scales. So are you happy with these results?
Yeah, very happy. Like tracking perfectly. Like, you know, as I said, we usually look to 1% to 0.5% loss per week. In Stephanie's case, we probably look at 0.5%. She's more of an advanced athlete, so we wouldn't expect so much to come off. But 0.5% 2 weeks, and it's at 1.2, I believe, down. So perfect, spot on results.
And is that super common? You were saying it's common where people can often weigh heavier, but actually body fat percentage can be decrease.
Oh yeah, it's super common for people to weigh either the same or a little bit heavier. I always cite the example of one of my clients. She came in to see me, she weighed 60 kilos, and on stage she was 57.5 kilos. So you would say that she lost 2.5 kilos in that whole comp prep. You know, we prepped for 16 weeks. But, you know, in photo 1, she was roughly 16%. In photo 2, you know, she was below 10. So completely different body composition. Yeah, pretty standard.
And FYI, I'm not competing, just in case.
Just yet.
This is just more so to track my progress and keep me motivated in my own fitness journey and make some longevity gain, and make sure I'm taking care of my own self, because I've had a few issues, which is why I got onto these guys. In my last video, I talked about having a parasite, and I'm currently working with Mark's wife, Christine, and she's been helping me with that. So I wanted to take it a step further and just really break down what's going on and get, you know, results on paper so I can work better with my body.
Are there any other tests that you would recommend if you couldn't find a BioSig person? Like, what would be the next best thing?
Well, you could do a DEXA scan, but the thing about DEXA scans is that they can be different where you go, and depending on the arithmetic as well, that the particular DEXA scans. So some DEXA scans would have configured for males, some are configured for females. So it'd be really, really important that you go to the same one and consistently. So you could do DEXA. Skin folds, like we use Harlequin calipers, which are, you know, $600 calipers. They're very, very accurate. A lot of times when people do skin folds, they're using plastic calipers, using a 3 or 7 site test, which isn't as accurate. I've done, you know, 10,000 of these, so I feel I've been tested against a DEXA scan, and I know that I'm 1 to 2% off the DEXA scan. So I feel like, yeah, if you can get, and the other thing is it doesn't cost you anything. Like, you come in, you can do it, I can do it when you need, and you can compare sites with sites. So personally, I much prefer skin folds and having a qualified person do skin folds as a body composition test. But yeah, I'd probably say DEXA scan would be your best bet. The electric ones, like standing on the scales, those pulses are notoriously inaccurate, because what it does is it sends a current through the body, and depending on your electrolyte balance is how fast that current's going to come back. So if you're well hydrated and you have a certain level of sodium potassium, you're going to get a lower read. If you're dehydrated, you're going to get a different read. I once had a drunk guy tell me that he was 7% and he more like 27%. There was in no way he was, you know, but it shows you how inaccurate these like the current scales are. Yeah.
So if you're going to get it tested right.
Do it right, guys. Do it right. So I just finished up with seeing some of the coaches I'm working with at the moment. I go through periods where I don't work with anybody, and then my physique or my energy or my strength isn't where I want it to be, and then I go and seek help from others to be more accountable and to have things looked at closely. For example, the body fat test that I did to make sure the nutrition that I'm doing right now is working and that it's doing what it needs to be doing. You know, my other naturopath, like my health coach, you know, she's making sure that everything, my blood tests are good, my body's working efficiently, you know, all of these things. I do this because I want this to be a long-term gain, as I mentioned before. A long-term game, as I mentioned before.
Yo!
Hello there.
How you going?
Good, mate. What's up?
Not much. We're nearly here. You're on camera.
What's up, Bob?
So I've just rocked up at Doherty's in Brunswick. I'm going to be doing my leg session here today, and I wanted to take you through this. So today I'm going to be hitting the quads and the hamstring. It's nice and hot outside, so I'm looking forward to getting a real good sweat on in here. Let's get into it.
Is that a new stretch?
Hey,
Is that a new stretch?
I think so. Just trying to hit my glutes. They're so tight. Oh.
Yeah, I'm all in. Brody on the line, I'm tapping in. God out here pulling the strings for me. A girl on the line, she feeling me. Preoccupied by the motivation. Put in the time, pay the entry fee. Bro on the rise, yeah, he kinda nice. Inside of my mind, no one's real as me. Lately, life has been gorgeous. Wake up to clear, my eyes hit recorded. Praise up to God, I ain't chasing no swinging and miss, got me hitting these licks. I get the orders, don't get it distorted. Disconnected, I've been cordless, I've been cordial, I've been exploring. I got a whole lot, but somehow I want more of it. Yeah, I want to tour and put on for the soil. Hey, bruh, remember they used to ignore us? Now they drop me the pin with the cord and they catch me running through their ordinance. Remember we couldn't afford the whip. Pushing the scraper that was so ageless, we blowing on grapes for the flavors. All of a sudden we made just
Here we go. Big drive. Up. Good. Push those legs. Nice and strong. Good. Easy. Drop those legs. 3. Quads and quads. Come on. Drive. Last one to finish. We got it. Big push. Good. Easy.
It feels really hard.
the neighbors. I used to skip out on the payments. Nowadays I tax for the labor. Dog on the line, you ain't tapping in. I'm staying clear, fake rapper friends. Kamikaze on the traffic cam. Only one shot to navigate the labyrinth. I'm keeping it late, burn it down to the ash. My life been much more than imagine. I got where I'm at with the passion. Traded all to live it backwards. Pray we make it through the night. Oh, we make it through the night. You can see it. Right till I die, I'm not afraid of the casket. I'm on the run, I'm chasing the thrills. I'm hungry, I'm starving, I lust for the meal. Lately, I'm blue like the bills, yeah. I'm elevated, overeducated. I run the race with who I resonate with. I break the bread with these who work the late shift. Break the ground, shake up the simulation. Reshape the sound, needed renovation. All that they quickly vacated the premises. I feed off my enemy entities. I rock the crown with a tilt. Ain't nobody done it like this. I'm having fun, I'm wild, I spaz when I serve with the stylist. I'm breaking them over with the hits. Only got one life to live. I'm antisocial at the function. They make me out to be the bad guy. My circle micro, if you had a scope, you still couldn't see us through the glass eyes. Real evasive when it's Irish chasers. Dressed to kill like I'm going places. Better late than fake, just hoping that we make it. Pray we make it through the night. Oh, we make it through the night. You can see it. When you look into my eyes, when you look into my eyes, you can see it.